What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Trick 10. Today we're going to be working on a 2025 1648 Tracker Grizzly. It's a pretty cool little rig. This guy actually drove like 11 hours to get here from South Georgia. Super cool dude. Big fan of the channel. I'm going to turn this camera around. I'm going to show you guys what we got, what we're going to do with it. Y'all know how this works. Let's get right into it. All right, so check it out, guys. It's 2025 1648 Tracker Grizzly MVX model, I think. Yeah, just got the cool little paint job on it. Definitely nice rig. Customer has went ahead and cut the holes out in here for the kits that he bought from me. Now he was coming here to visit some family, so he was going to pick up these hatches and save himself on shipping. So while he's coming, he might as well bring the boat and get me to do some extra stuff to it. So I'm going to weld some pods in the back of this boat for him and some spud pole anchor brackets and stuff like that. But he did a pretty good job on this. I mean, I don't know what he cut this out with, but it looks like it's pretty decent for what it's going to be. I mean, it just has to be big enough to drop the hatch in. The kit will come with a piece to finish off this floor inside of here. And this is brand new foam. I mean, granted, it did just rain a little bit earlier, but some of this stuff is already wet in there. He's got the transom kit also, which is going to cover this whole area up back here. He's got a lot of stuff in here. I'm not exactly sure what he uses this boat for, but it seems like a little bit of everything. That is one hellacious anchor he's got right there. That was the old jack high winch that was on here. I'll show you guys that in a second, but pretty cool boat, man. I mean, pretty simple. Tracker Grizzlies, they're not real, elaborate. They don't have a lot of storage in them. You get them right from the factory. The only storage you got is either going to be in the top right here or up in from that vertical wall right here. His is up on the face. But I do like the paint job on it. It's kind of cool looking. Now let's talk about this trailer. This trailer is gigantic. That's also something that I'm going to have to do for him is modify some stuff for this. Now, as I showed you, he had that other winch eye roller in there. Somebody just made him this one. Don't really understand why they made it like they did, because it's way too short and it's weird. I mean, it is galvanized, so obviously they had the thing galvanized after they put it together because it's hot dip. Probably a pretty pricey little piece, but it doesn't work. It's way too low. As you can see, this winch eye is way up here. It's like 5.5 inches difference, and I mean, you can't bring these bunk boards down any lower than where they're at. So we're going to alter this. It's not going to be galvanized anymore where I cut, but I'm going to cut this bracket off right here that has this hole in it, and I'm either going to turn it and have it go straight up and down right here, or I've made some new pieces. I might just weld those on there and call it a day. But this is really nice. It's got big rubber rollers on here. I mean, this thing will last forever being hot dip. It's just very unfortunate that whoever built it either doesn't know anything about boats, or they didn't know what was going on the boat and then didn't see this one. He just told them how to build it. So regardless, we're going to fix that up for him. I do have some pods from beaver tail pods. I'm not sure what size they are. I think they might be the medium sized ones, but we're going to put these on the boat. Yeah, those look like they're medium sized ones. Shouldn't be too bad of a deal because these trackers are pretty thick, and not only that, but this one's brand new, so it should be pretty simple to weld those on. And then he wants to have a spud pole bracket on either side in the back too. And we're going to put a little transducer piece in there for him so he can mount the transducer in there. And it looks like he does have some holes in here where he had some rod holders installed. He's got like little cup holders on the Versatrack. He's got a Versatrack for his paddle and everything else. So it's a cool little boat. He definitely does a lot of hunting and fishing. I'm not exactly sure what type of fishing he does, but probably some type of cat fishing. Looks like he's got like a bar set up here where he could do some trolling or something, but I don't know. But he does have a 40 horsepower Mercury outboard that he took off before he brought the boat to me. He set his service point on it, so they're servicing that. And he's got this jack plate on here. It's like a 4-inch offset. So I'm not sure what brand this is. Not bad looking. But regardless, Austin's rolling up over there. He's going to help me out for a couple hours. I'm going to go ahead and get the back of this boat cleaned up pretty good. and then we're gonna get these pods welded on here. Pardon the interruption, but today's video is sponsored by SunPay. Our friends over at SunPay were nice enough to send us this 148-piece toolkit. It's pretty cool. It's perfect for all those at home, around the house, quick projects. You just want to grab a box and go. Well, this is what you need right here. It's got tons of stuff in here. You got wrenches, you got hammers, you got Allen wrenches, you got a tape measure, electrical tape, you got lots of pliers, all different types of screwdrivers, you got some screws and wall plugs, you want to hang a picture, you got an electrical tester, you got a little saw in here, you want to do some plumbing work or something, lots of different attachments for screwdrivers, a razor knife. I mean, you can't go wrong with this. Husbands, if you're tired of your wives stealing your tools, or wives, if you wear the pants and you're tired of your husband stealing your tools, well, this might be the perfect addition for you. If you guys are interested in this, I will leave a link in the description of this video. And as always, my codes are always TRICK10s across the board. Let's get back into the video. All right, guys, so man, it is hotter than the devil's jockstrap out here, but man, we got these things up here. They look good, nice and straight, level. Of course, it's dark outside, but I only got tonight and tomorrow to finish this thing up, and I still got a lot more to do besides just this pot. So big ups to Austin for coming by and helping me out, because we made a lot of progress. Basically, the only thing left to do is welding. You see we got these spud pole brackets welded on here. Just tack. Everything is just tack. We got our spacer plates here. Now the difference with this one and a lot of the other trackers is that these pods actually had to come up instead of coming down. Usually with the standard tracker 1648 models, this transom's on a different angle, and these pods are sticking up in the air like this, so we have to bring them down, and that leaves a gap in this top right here where I normally put like an angle piece. But since this is the opposite, well, we don't have to have one here, but we do have one on the sides, and as you can see, we have another filler piece up on the bottom. And I sheared these pieces today before I left the shop. I was literally in the truck on the way home, like pulling out of the parking lot, and I was like, man, I need to go cut these strips. I know I'm gonna need them, and I'm glad I did, because they definitely came in handy. Got them all tacked up. Now I got a lot of welding to do. I gotta weld these seams solid across the top, and then I gotta come back and I have to do a double pass here and across the bottom, and then back up the outside edge. But we did get these things perfect. Now, obviously I had to remove the damn jack plate, which was a pain in the butt, because I'm pretty positive these are the large pods, not the mediums, and the mediums are about 3 inches smaller, which allows you a lot more room to get up in there. But you can see where this is at. This thing came out 4 inches. There's no way I was gonna get in there and weld that. And luckily he had the motor taken off, so it wasn't a huge deal. I just took those out. But yeah, we got a lot of welding to do. What is it? It's about 20 inches across the top, 20, 40, another 20, 40 on the bottom. That's 80, 120. That puts me at 10 foot. Then we got like a foot here. So 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. About 18 foot of welding to finish this thing up. And I'm gonna knock this out tonight. So I'm gonna put you guys back in the hyperlapse. We're gonna get this finished up, and then we'll circle back. See you back to work. All right, so we got the pods welded on last night, and then I just came back and welded these out solid, and it turned out good. Got some nice looking TIG welds on there. I'm gonna show you all the welds. You know how I do. I don't hold back on any of my welds. Somebody gonna say, oh, he's not showing you the ugly ones. Well, there you go. You get to see all of them. Turned out good. These are nice and strong, solid. Same thing on this side. Lots of welding. About, I think it's 18 feet roughly, I calculated. So yeah, it took me about 2 hours to do all that. Now that's done. Only other thing I gotta do is I'm gonna add a little puck or something down there. I'm gonna go ahead and bolt that jack plate back on first and see where I can set that, because I mean, it's tight in here. He doesn't really have a lot of room. He's gonna have to suck that transducer close up against the pod on this side. And if you guys ever wonder why I put them on this side, it's because of the rotation of the propeller. It's better off on this side. It doesn't get as much feedback. Just give you all a little tip. But now that that's done, we got to do this front winch eye. He wanted me to put a trolling motor bracket up here, but this front deck is already pretty big. I think he can get like a removable, like a puck they have, like the ones you can either slide off, or you can drop it over the puck and you can put it in with like a U-bolt for the trolling motor if he wants to do that, because I don't have time to do that. I mean, this is more important. He's got to drive this thing 11 hours, and he's coming tomorrow. So it's 8 o'clock at night right now. I got to get this done tonight so that I can trailer this thing back to the shop. He's going to pick it up. Now, like I told you, my game plan for this is I'm going to unbolt it, take it in the shop, and then I'm going to cut this weld right here. It is also welded on the inside and even up inside of here. So that's going to be fun to cut off of there. And then I'm going to take and put this in a vertical position. I might just use the new pieces I got. They're a little bit beefier. I probably will. It will just make it easier. I actually made those so they like come up and they kind of come back at an angle, so it'll be stronger too. And then we'll have to paint the thing. But that's what we got to do. Don't really want to do this one. This wasn't part of the deal, but it's got to happen. I'm gonna put you guys in the hyperlapse. Let's get this thing finished up, and we'll circle back. Let's get back to work. All right, guys, check it out. Sorry, I know it's a little loud here. Obviously, I'm at the shop, and there's a big old semi truck over there with his motor running, and he's gonna be there for a while. So we gotta do this. The guy's on the way to pick this up. Check it out. We got him some stickers here. Turned out sick. That's all the stuff for his kit right there. And I went ahead and set the hatches up here. He's gonna install these himself, but you can get a feel for how this is gonna work. You got the leveler pieces to bring this up on either side, and then you drop this hatch in, and it'll actually install back here. It's got little brackets to go underneath there also. Those hatches are cut and dry. They just drop in. And then let's go check out this front winch eye. It turned out good. It got late last night. It got dark, so I wanted to film this in the daytime so you actually see what it looks like. Adding those pieces on there, brought this up exactly where it needs to be, and now everything's nice and snug and tight up in there. I feel a lot better about him driving this thing. And you can see where we got this mounted. You can't really adjust this. It doesn't have any adjustment because it's U-bolted directly to this. Of course, there's a plane flying by too, but so that's it. That's where it's going to sit, and it actually works out perfect because his bunks are just barely hanging past the bottom of the boat. That's what you want. You can see I went ahead and threw that little puck on there for him too, on that corner. It's definitely tight up in there, but it'll work. All in all though, it's a pretty cool little project. Only took me 2 nights, so I'm glad it's done. Gotta get on some other stuff, guys. All right, guys, what do you think? Another one bites the dust? Stay tuned, guys. I got some big build projects dropping for you guys. Been building hatches like crazy. I'll see you guys in the next one. Hit that like, subscribe button, leave a comment. Let's get back to work.